I
Hanging
am.
on a string.
Get a microphone and be up
Are you
there.
even trying?
I am.
I was just.
Amy, can
my
you hear
ears
us?
blowing up.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, thank you. Cheers.
Good morning. It's 9 o'clock. Today is July 1st. This is a regularly scheduled meeting of the people that like to do things with transportation. Okay, SRTA. Amy, can you do roll call?
Yes, sir. Good morning, everybody. We'll start with a roll call. Board Member Audette,
Here?
Board Member Cry,
Present.
Board Member Eisenbeis,
Here.
Board Member Gallagher,
Here.
Board Member Jones,
Here.
Board Member Kellstrom,
Here.
and Chair Mazzano.
Here.
Great, thank you, everyone.
Hey, everybody, let's stand for the pledge. John, you want to lead it?
Happy to do so. Salute, pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. John, can you handle staff introductions, please?
Yes, sir, we'll do that quick. Good morning, Sir Board of Directors, Sean Tejan, Executive Director. With us today is our CFO, Jessica Carlson, Senior Transportation Planners, Jennifer Pollum, Michael Cooker, who's helping run the meeting, and Keith Williams, Associate Transportation Planner, Mehdi Bonadini. And then we also have our Accounting Clerk Assistant, intern, Richard Custer, with us today. With that, and Administrative Associate Amy Lindsay, helping run the meeting. There is introductions for today.
Okay, no workshops, no presentations. Amy, do you have anybody for public comment?
I do not.
None in the room, none. So we'll move on to the consent calendar. Chair will entertain a motion to approve the consent calendar. Routine items that require no discussion unless the board would like to discuss something. I'll set the motion.
I make a motion.
I'll have a motion and a second. Amy, it was Mr. Cry and Tina on the first and the second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? None. Motion carries unanimously, Amy.
Okay.
Let's move on to the regular calendar, item number 8.
Thank you, Board. 3 quick items for you this morning. One, the building is moving away. Mechanical units are in, everything's been tested. Those are working fine. So we've got drywall painting and all the finishing touches taking place this month. So we're looking forward to the project being completed and the noise reducing itself quite a bit. And also for downstairs folks, I think they'll be glad to have a lot more of their space back as well. So that should be rolling out here. An update in terms of legislation. AB 6 was defeated. SRTA, along with a number of other agencies, including CalCog, local and regional agencies and other organizations, submitted opposition letters. The author chose not to present the bill to the Senate Transportation Committee, so therefore that bill's been defeated, will not go forward. That one would have given broader influence to CARB. That is not spelled out as Senate Bill 375, would have had a bunch of changes and would have impacted our regional planning and sustainable community strategy processes. So that was a win on that end. Last week, I attended the California Transportation Commission meeting. Key item there was that the commission did approve the project baseline agreement for between Caltrans and SRTA for the Fix 5 Cascade Gateway project. So that agreement outlined our cost sharing between the project now that it's fully funded and provided updates now that the supplemental environmental documents were fully completed. Additionally, just something as an information item for local partners is that there are currently 5 Senate Bill 1 draft grant program guidelines that are out for review for the next 45 days and would then be adopted at the August CTC meeting. This includes the Trade Corridor Enhancement Program, Solutions for Congested Corridors, Local Partnership Formula and Competitive Program Funds, and Local Transportation Climate Adaptation Program, which is focused on resiliency to the transportation system. Staff has been part of some of the review over the last few months of those guidelines, and I would encourage our local partners to take a look at the guidelines and plan now for possible applications once the final guidelines come out. The grant schedule, usually what they will do, they'll approve in August, they'll come out early September, and you have between September and roughly January, February, depending on the grant program on there for submitting applications. That concludes my report.
Great. Let's move on to item 9, which is to adopt resolution 24.08, revising compensation for all job classifications effective July 1st, 2024. Adopts additions and changes to various specifications and approves fiscal year 25 and 26 cost of living adjustment for all job classifications. Something we discussed at length at the last meeting. So Mr. Tejan, if you move forward with that and tell us what you want to tell us.
That I will. I'll try to do a brief sum here for the benefit of everyone in terms of what is taking place. Periodically, the board conducts a review of salary and benefits. Ensure those job classifications are competitive with current job markets. And we typically do this process every 2 to 3 years, and that was this time again. Last time that the board had reviewed updates to compensation was December 2022. And at that time, the board also requested a full study be completed by the end of this current fiscal year. A consultant was hired in January. They prepared and conducted a compensation study based upon prior direction from the board on comparable local regional agencies to look at. That draft report was then presented at Fiscal and Policy Committee in April. Additional information was requested and subsequently reviewed in early June by Fiscal and Policy Committee, with then direction to staff to present recommendations from fiscal policy and staff to the board, which was discussed at the June board meeting. The recommendation before you is spelled out in the resolution within the staff report, so I will not repeat that there for everyone. I will add that the recommendations address the compensation study findings that in general across all job classifications, it is found that agency compensation was 14% below the market median and 16% below the market mean or average. The attached resolution brings maximum compensation for SRTA's non-exempt job classifications, that's everyone minus management, in alignment with the market median. This helps retain and attract a quality workforce and to carry out the many duties of the agency. Additionally, as attached in the resolution with attachment B, the additional job classifications of assistant, administrative assistant, and accounting clerk provide greater flexibility to respond to workforce needs with those extra classifications, and it's now something we can track on a regular basis as those needs may arise. For example, we've talked about increased fiscal responsibilities of the agency, auditing requirements and others on the accounting side, and whether or not they may require in the future an actual full-time position that is fully staffed on the accounting clerk side. The fiscal impact of the recommendations is an estimated increase of just over $67,000, or roughly 4.4% of SRTA's $1.5 million personnel budget for fiscal year 24-25. For fiscal year 25-26, it's an estimated increase of $46,000 or 2.9% of SRTA's personal budget should the maximum 3% COLA be realized. The changes are within SRTA's anticipated federal and state revenues, regional planning, programming, and administrative activities, which combine for over $6.1 million in funds for fiscal year 24-25 alone. With that, I will hand this item back over to the chair for discussion and action.
Question from the board?
No, but I think we beat this up pretty good last time, so I'll make a motion to approve.
Okay, second?
I'll second.
The first and the second, Mr. Kallstrom and Ms. Audette. She said Ms. It's Ms.
Well, it's better than Tina. I mean, you're getting closer.
Yeah.
I'm married.
Okay, we'll take a vote. All in favor of approving
Mrs.
staff's recommendation?
Aye.
Aye.
Does she need a roll call?
Need a roll call, Amy?
Yep, I can do that.
Hey, Mark, did you look through this? Is this exactly what we talked about last time?
Mm-hmm.
No changes?
No.
No. Is there a question?
Well, I just want to make sure, I didn't get a chance to read the entire.
No, it's everything that we discussed at the last meeting.
Because everything that I said, I was pretty vocal about, so.
No.
I'm trying to.
That's what I looked for too, Kevin, just to make sure it was what we ended on.
What's that?
I looked for the same thing, just to make sure it's what we ended on.
Okay.
Yeah, no, this pulls everything from the board. The items that you said no to not, that we weren't gonna move forward, those are not included. The only items included for recommendation are those the board said to move forward on.
Mike said he was gonna read it for me over the weekend, but he didn't call me, so.
So yes, this reflects board discussion and action prior.
All right.
All right, Amy, do your roll call, please.
Okay, Board Member Audette,
Yes.
Board Member Cry,
Yes.
Board Member Eisenbeis,
Yes.
Board Member Gallagher,
Yes.
Board Member Jones,
Yes.
Board Member Kallstrom,
Yes.
and Chair Mazzano.
Yes.
Great, thank you, everyone.
Unanimous, motion carries. Negatives. Anything else for the board? We are adjourned.
So are we confident that our next meeting will be in
Yes, we will need to have a meeting in September because we need to adopt the FTIP.
Will the chair